balancing motherhood, marriage, a career, and of course some me time is quite a feat. And the common denominator is food, something I'm really passionate about, and cooking is just like a form of relaxation for me. And as busy moms know, trying to juggle all the tasks, we really need an ally in our home. My kitchen is my domain in the house, even when I entertain for parties. I like to serve everything homemade. Today I'll be sharing with you my go-to recipe, Sambal Spiced Porcini and Mixed Mushroom Farfalle. My husband and I really love pasta. I think I was an Italian in a past life, and he is actually half Italian. His father is Italian, so it's really a staple in our home. And of course, my son also loves pasta. This recipe is a staple. We love mushrooms, and it's really easy to make a Sambal Spiced Porcini mushroom farfalle. And one of the great things is that we always have mushrooms lingering in the refrigerator. It's one of these things when you have a really great ref, it can last a long time. And freshness is key when you want to get that earthy mushroom flavor into any sauce. Good thing the Samsung ref is run by a twin cooling technology. That means it has separate fans for the fridge and freezer, keeping the humidity at a stable 70%, which maintains the food's freshness for twice as long. This Samsung RT5000 and RT6000 refrigerators are powered by a twin cooling technology offered by Samsung in the top mount ref range for the first time. It has two independent evaporators and fans, keeping the humidity level at 70%, which translates to the locked-in, unaltered flavor of fresh produce, and no odors travel from the freezer to the fridge and vice versa. So I'm gonna start by taking our porcini mushroom and soak them in hot water. I'm gonna start boiling the water here. And as with any pasta, it's very important to make sure your pasta water is salty. We're gonna start with a mixture of mushrooms. We have these brown button mushrooms and these baby portobello mushrooms. Now, one of my absolute favorite mushrooms here is this Korean mushroom called shimeji. We're gonna start by heating up our pan. Once your pan is a bit warm, add some olive oil. So we're gonna start with some onions. Okay, allow the onions to caramelize a little bit. Now I'm ready to throw in my mushrooms. I'm gonna start with the portobello mushrooms and then a little bit of these brown button mushrooms. Okay, now that our pasta water is boiling, I'm gonna put in our pasta. If you can't find farfalle, you can use penne, you can use fusilli. But this is really nice. So the most important trick here is, again, do not overcrowd the pan with the mushrooms. You don't want it to be full of that humidity. Now I'm gonna add our shimeji mushrooms. I'm gonna take our porcini mushrooms, the mushrooms first. Don't throw away this liquid. That's what you want. That's where all the flavor is. That's the best part. If you smell it, that's where all the smell of the porcini mushrooms go to. So just throw it in there. And basically what you want to happen is you want this to slowly boil off, and it's just going to intensify and be a really concentrated mushroomy flavor. So as you can see right now, everything has sort of almost become syrupy. All the flavors of the mushrooms are really concentrated in this pan. If you actually had a bite of it right now, you just taste like all this amazing mushroominess. Sometimes I don't even want to throw the pasta in there. Okay, so we're gonna turn down the heat a little bit and then add at this point some white wine. So that when you put in all the liquid, you scrape out all that burnt caramelized flavor in there. And this is perfect. I'm gonna turn it off for now. And we're gonna finish the pasta later once the pasta is cooked. While waiting for the pasta to cook, in the meantime, I'm gonna make a really quick side salad that you can serve with this, and this is a complete meal. You have the salad for fiber, it's really nutritious, a very simple French vinaigrette, and this is definitely our go-to staple at home. This French vinaigrette is something that can keep in the refrigerator for as long as a month, actually. What we do is we keep it in a bottle and we just keep adding ingredients to it. So it's very important to have a refrigerator that can keep things fresh and really seal in all the flavors. So for the pasta, you want to keep it al dente because we're going to cook it some more here. So I always like to keep a little bit of the pasta water. It's very important and it's what's going to finish off this sauce. You can't just use any water. Pasta water has all the starch from the pasta that's been cooking in it, and that's what will thicken the sauce and keep it all together. Again, I can't stress enough how important it is, especially for Europeans and European cooking that have so few ingredients, that freshness of the ingredients are so important. So food is extra delicious when it's fresh. And now it's easier because Samsung has a ref that will allow you to keep it for a longer time, which means for busy moms like me, less trips to the grocery. The Samsung RT5000 and RT6000 refrigerators are the only brand which offers this technology in the top mount ref range. The independent cooling system makes smart conversion possible, a first in the refrigerator category. It gives the fridge and freezer compartments its own respective cooling systems, allowing the available space to be tailored fit to your needs. And to add more value to this great appliance, it has a digital inverter technology that sustains the cooling while consuming less energy. The Samsung ref with a twin cooling system is truly a smart choice. Thank you for hanging out with us today at the wonderful location, the Grove by Rockwell.
Please join us again next week for the season finale of Modern Living TV.
I can't believe it. Time flies so fast and we still have so many exciting things to share with you guys.
So we really hope to see you again next week as we conclude season 5 of
Your Ultimate Guide to Modern Living.